and welcome to the Weekly Review.
Yay!
I'm Brittany.
I'm Colleen.
And we have somebody new joining us, not on the camera, but like in chat that I was just talking with in comments, who's looking for GTD buddies. So I was pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
I don't know the way to pronounce it, but it looks like ats. So hi, ats.
Until we hear otherwise. Oh, hang on.
Colleen is just back from maternity leave. So there's offspring sounds happening.
Oh, wow. Yes. Let us show the back of your head.
So Colleen, what is a weekly review?
Weekly review is when you shut out the rest of the world and its intrusions so that you can focus real good on things. Like, instead of doing work, you are looking at your commitments to yourself and others and figuring out, is there anything here I really need to renegotiate? Or, hey, I got that done! Yay, go me! And getting a perspective on it that you just can't get when you're in the trenches doing the stuff.
Yeah, and just for record, many of us keep our commitments in the form of a task list or a calendar.
Yep. Yep. Or even like a stack or a ticket line or anything else that is a record of somebody expects me to do a thing, including me.
Yeah. And so that is one of the ways that we can get as our pal David TM says, clear and get clear and know what you're even doing. We do tend to do these we try to be as real and genuine as possible. We are often speaking to neurodiverse folks, but not exclusively. Yep. Because the fact is, if weekly reviews were easy, more people would be doing them.
Yep.
It's not easy to stop doing to focus on renegotiating our commitments in the world. Yep. And taking time to, check that stuff off so we don't end up with some old task list that has a zillion things we feel bad about. But when we actually look at it carefully, we've done most of them or we don't care about them anymore. So, yeah.
That's accurate.
Also,
Brittany.
Yes.
It would take 784 hours to walk here. And to drive, it would be less than that, but it's loading. 39.
Right before we hit live, Colleen is on the other side of the continent in Canada, and I am in Oregon. And so
it would take 39 hours to drive here and 7 and some odd, almost 800 hours to walk. So there you go. Now you know how long it takes to get from Southern Ontario to Central Oregon? Coastal Oregon. Yeah.
Willamette Valley.
Right. That. Whatever that is. I'm in the Golden Horseshoe. That's what we call it here.
Huh?
There's an area near here called the Golden Horseshoe. I don't know why. There you go.
I worked near a Golden Horseshoe, but it was at Disneyland. So
indeed, yes, it was a literal.
I'm gonna get us back on topic.
What? Never. Okay.
So one of the things we like to do, because if you're one of those magical people that can finish everything you might review in a review session, applaud for you. I am not. And so sometimes we set a particular intention for our weekly review so we can feel good about what we got done and actually hit those targets. Colleen, do you have an intention for your weekly review this week?
I'm gonna think of one right now. I think I'd really like to, and here's a good example of like our pal David Allen, when he said about making this cohesive GTD, getting things done aspect, he really genuinely hopes that it is used for anything in your life, and not just corporate business stuff. Here's an example of that. I need to process the project, which the outcome of it will be, I'm in a new D&D campaign. That's what I need, because there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of good stuff in there, but none of it is tasks. It's all potential at this point. It's kind of like a little mini D&D inbox. So I need to process my D&D inbox. It would be great if I could process my other inbox because wow, is it overloaded with stuff. What is it right now? I was doing a little processing today. It is at, that's not telling me, 116 again. But it was at 140, I think. It hit 140 yesterday. So I know.
But it is important because like if we aren't doing things that bring us joy, we're not as efficient at doing worky stuff. That's just how it is. Ott says that their goal is to do the first weekly review done.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm excited.
No, that's amazing. I mean, part of why I always wanted something like this because I was like, I want to do a weekly review, but like when and how and just like the commitment wasn't there when it was just to myself.
Yes.
And I mean, it would happen sometimes, but
we were both emotionally very committed to this concept and we didn't do it. So we're like, we should do it together. Hang on a sec. So yeah. Yeah. And also to you, what we do here, especially the two of us, is not necessarily a good example of a template to follow for somebody else. Because our weekly review, although I will say that I'll be trying to pop on to the audio more often if we have a first timer here, which would be nice. But yeah, like we have customized our weekly review very specifically. Mm-hmm. And I will say that the GTD podcast at Spotify, it's number 7, the 7th episode. One of the trainers / coaches walks a seminar of people through her weekly review, which is very closely, like it's pretty much the same as what's in the book and the thought process behind it. And that was what really made me go, oh, that's what it is. Okay, it made me click for the first time because I was like, what the heck is this all about? So yeah, heads up if that is helpful.
I could, instead of posting what I'm doing, I could post the official recommendation.
Yeah,
I'm open to options. If you've got a preference, let me know. It opens through my automation every time we sit down to do this anyway. So mine's sort of my customized, and Colleen has one that's customized, but she's not doing the formal share it yet because getting back in the groove.
In one hand, like you're gonna see me. Like,
right.
He's going to be typing on a computer and I'm going to be doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
right. It's a lot harder on mobile.
Like, one of the GTD podcasts I have listened to have said, it's pretty much impossible to do a weekly review on your phone. You have to do it on your computer. I'm like, that person is not breastfeeding as far as I know.
Hold my pumped milk bottle.
Yes.
Hold my beer. Yeah.
Well said. Yes. Yes.
Part of the being real thing.
Yeah, we're doing it live. We're doing it really right now. And I am in luck because it's my right hand that's free. Yay! Oh boy. Yep.
All right. So my intention is I have a large video project I'm working on and my sister's coming. And immediately after my sister leaves, she's coming with her whole family for 10 days. I'm going to need to leave town for a medical procedure that I will also be gone for like 2 weeks for. So I just realized I have a lot of stuff to put in order. I will not finish it all today, sadly, but I'm going to try to do that as much as I can. Planning out the projects and like probably making some serious compromises, like comparing what I want to have happen in the world to what's actually possible. And that's always really hard, but it's part of the important job of a review.
It sucks.
It sucks so hard. Yep. So, yeah. And we have a little Pomodoro timer. You can follow it or not. One of the folks that joins us has been using it before. And so it's just one that I have on. And it's why I can't mute now when I go on a break, because otherwise it hides it.
Oh,
Zoom.
Right.
Anyway.
Yep. Also, I just love how, Brittany, you have the white wall with the very well lit, because that's your recording studio for your videos, and then I have this dark miasma of nothing behind me, blurriness. It looks like you're the light side and I'm the dark side, which is the opposite of what is really true.
I'm A great Jedi at worst.
Are you though? Although we're both wearing gray today, so you know. Anyway, the important point is it would take 215 hours to cycle to where I am from your place.
You think I have so much more brain than I actually have to be like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, are we coming back? Are we gonna do it?
yes, we're coming back. We're not discussing that anymore. So I wasn't quite sure if that's meant to see the official guide or the one of my tasks. But yeah, I'm good with whatever. I'll probably pop one up, and then if somebody requests a different one, I'll put up the other one. Sound good?
We can pivot. We can do it. I like it.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay. And I will try. I will try and pop in because what I do in order to concentrate on my review, I turn off my audio for Zoom. You can still see me, but I turn on my music. So I will try and come back more than never before the end.
I don't know that they actually can see you once I'm sharing a screen though, because Zoom.
Oh, yeah. But I'm here. Fine.
I know you're here, and I can
try and pop back and have a voice and exist. I know. Because I don't do that as often as I should. Sometimes I get hyper focus, which is fine. But yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's do this. I believe in us.
Okay. I'm gonna try sharing the official one at first.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it bigger. Yeah. Okay. The weekly review, and then I'm gonna pop in, and we can't show what we're actually.
I apologize that I'm eating my dinner.
Oh. Some people do have a trigger for it though, so we may go off camera for it just in case.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I have been told by some people when I did that, so thought I'd share it. So we can't share actual screens of what we're working on because we have clients' names and stuff that show up. So we can't like do it as literal, like here are all the steps I'm doing. We sort of have to tell you about it instead and just pop up like a guide like this. So
although, I mean, at some point we could in theory do like, okay, I'm reviewing my D&D thing as I have no clients in it. In theory, we could do a video about that, but that would take a little bit of planning and probably a little bit more brain power than either of us is going to have in the next 12 months. It's an estimate.
It's rough.
So
rough.
Next August, we'll hit you up.
Ugh. They said, how about both? Okay. So we're gonna do one then the other. What? We good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, but also you have to take a ferry to get here as well. Just heads up.
She's been calculating since people have joined since we said this the first time. Keeps calculating how far different methods of transit would take to get from our two houses. And like, we'll wait and then repeat another one. So that one was by ferry.
I'm sorry. I don't have very opportunity to just be silly, and apparently Brittany is it today. All right, we're gonna do it. The timer started. I believe in us. Good luck.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Awesome. So, Otz, if you have a thing that you're particularly starting with that you want to declare, great. Otherwise, yeah, I'm going to go over to my one, which is confusing. So my first one, actually, why don't I swap right now? And then we can go back. There we are. So I have one that's clear notifications, and it's in case something has been sitting around that like I've been kind of going numb to, like, oh yeah, I'll deal with that, or oh, that doesn't belong in reminders. That should be in OmniFocus, that kind of thing. So I just look and check and see like, okay, what are some things on here that I actually do need to deal with? I have a couple. Just things that are like, oh, right. That notification to pick up my prescriptions. It's there for a reason. Maybe I need to decide when I'm actually going to do that. Okay. Right. And while I'm putting it on my calendar for after we finish our review on my way home, I am also going to put in what I'm doing after that, which is visit my friend. Because who knows how brain dead I'm going to be by the time I've been reviewing. Oh, hey, and Ozok's here too. Ozok's current intention is set the upcoming week and next week task lists, and then search for job stuff. Oh, I like it when it's a party. It's more fun. Is there any other things? Nope. I've been really enjoying the trend of my little like Siri suggestions. Now, every time we start the weekly review, it has a suggestion that I start a timer for 2 minutes, like, for 2-minute actions. It tickles me. I'm good on recent meeting notes. So this is just the thing that I've found useful for me to get clear. I don't want to do this at all, but I'm going to, at least for my business email account. So this is 5-minute max process. Oh, I have an invoice to pay. It's a 2-minute action as long as I have the right card here. Oh, right. I can do this. Oops. I'm still connected, right? Okay. I thought I locked my phone badly. Yeah. If I don't if I don't have a checklist, like, it doesn't matter how many times I've done it. I will just not take too many breaks. Yeah, here's the fun part is I don't have the timer with me when I take a break. So sometimes everyone can tell I came back late because I can't see it when I'm downstairs getting a drink. Not take too many breaks though. I like it. Okay. Let's try this again. And you hit cancel because you want to start again. And it says processing your payment. I don't have a lot of confidence it's going to do that successfully. Guess I should have set the 2-minute timer. Jeez. I don't think you're going to do anything. Why it's just not working. It says double click the Touch ID button, but when you do that, it like locks up your system. I'm really just delighted that Zoom didn't disconnect when I tried. Yeah, must not happening. Okay, I guess I try again later. I got nothing. All right. Let's see. Wow, I have just a whole lot of volunteer stuff to file away. Nothing I really had to address except, the invoice I can't pay. Okay, that's good. I'm done. Let's check in. Whole discussion about too many breaks. Y'all are cracking me up. Okay. Yeah, I think for me, it's the not coming back from break, FYI. Okay, I'm done with this one. So I'm gonna cross it off. And, sometimes I only look at my business accounts because those are the ones I'll actually get in trouble for not addressing. Okay. Oh man, I don't want to do the empty my head, which probably means I should. So I'm just gonna have an open sheet and see what my brain comes up with. I actually came up with something really clever. So I guess emptying my head was a good idea. It looks like people are having fun in the chat. Okay. Thing I came up with was, okay, I have not a lot of real working time that isn't, an appointment between now and mid to late August. So, oh, and some of it won't even happen till September, if I'm being honest, which is a terrifying thought. Anyway, so if I'm going through and updating my OmniFocus to make sure, my task management to make sure that I don't look at the ones that are unlikely to happen before then, which is rough. I just had a realization that I don't always have before I look at a calendar, but I need to text my husband about his birthday because I'm probably going to be out of commission. Oh, asked only 5 minutes to process the inbox. If I need to do more, that's fine. But it's sort of like, hey, just in case you've not been doing this regularly, like, is there anything that really needs your attention? But also to make sure I'm touching it regularly. So apps, what on your review list are you tackling first? If you don't have a list, or if you need to make a list. But I was sort of curious where you starting, because where to start can be a huge paralyzing thing sometimes. Yeah. If there's too much to process, you just won't get a review. And if you're also trying to build the processing habit, which is not an easy habit to build either, yeah, you just can't. You can't do it because then you'll never have a review and never look through the old garbage. So it's sort of like, on like kids playing a game, they all want to be a particular position in the game, but they can't all be it all the time. So it's like my different review tasks have to take turns like kids on a playground. So that's a thing to look at more in my calendar review. Kids on a playground is more pleasant than emergencies. Yes, yes. And it's just, I mean, for some people, it's possible for processing to never be done, which is a little bit depressing. But yeah, it's rough. So sometimes you'll see, like, I'm like, okay, it's time. Like this, I'm gonna spend a little more time on this inbox because of something else. But usually I try to keep it down and do that at other times. Yeah, it's just there's so much about making things that are realistic. Like I don't know how other brains handle it, but I have to pare it down and make compromises a lot. Something just occurred to me. Oh, this needs a 2-minute timer because I just opened Google and that's just whew, dangerous. Okay. This website. Oh, there you go. Hmm. Dang. Repeat just in case. I don't. I'm sad. I thought that there was like this eclectic store I could get a gift for my husband from, but hmm. This store does not have the stuff I remember. That is too bad. Oh, well. Just capture it. Oh no, out of paper clips. Oh. I wasn't sure if I would actually break away from it, so I set a second timer. Just being realistic. Okay. Okay. Do I have other? Oh, this is rap. Jeez. I got all lost. So that's rap is where you are like, okay, I'm closing out. What am I going to do when I get back from this break? So that you don't just like, okay, I'm out. And then you come back and you're like, wait, what was I doing? So you like leave little breadcrumbs for yourself. If you don't need it, great. I do. Okay, so I think so I often time this so that the first segment ends about now. Next should be calendar overview. I think is what I'm going to do is make a special way to mark the tasks that I still want to keep, but I really realistically can't do for a long time. That's my husband getting back to me. Wow, I can't brain. And so as I go through anything in OmniFocus, I'm gonna try to purge. So mark some for much later. So that's like, hey, can this wait till September? Because I'd like it to wait till September. Okay. Coloring those. And then what I usually do is scroll up so it says be right back. So if somebody shows up and they're like, why isn't anybody talking? There it is. Okay. All right, here's the break. And I will see you shortly. All right, I could do this thing. Okay. All right. Let's do this thing. Heads up. At some point, Comcast or Xfinity will get here to try to fix our internet, and I will move to tethering, and hopefully it will successfully make the transition. Who knows? All right. Yay! Weekly review buddies. Okay, I'm gonna pop back up. I just have to change where I move the little Zoom controls. It's annoying. Okay. Wow, I am really just stuff that didn't sound bad until it's time to do it is not sounding amazing. Okay. I'm seeing a task in here that I should just do right now. And so I actually have, in case this isn't obvious, I have a little perspective that shows me all the tasks that I need to schedule into my week. And so I'm looking at those and I'm looking at them and I'm just, I want to do it. I just don't want to. I'm going to defer that one as much as I maybe should do it. It's just, it's calling a customer support thing for a problem that's intermittent, which is often just the worst because you're waiting for so long. You're like, oh, this will be great. I'll do it for 30 minutes. And it's like 3 hours later, you're still troubleshooting stuff. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Here's a fun one. When am I going to wash my car? It's not one that just kind of happens. But it's one that a kid would not be a problem to have around for. Since my sister and her kids are coming, I could wash my car Sunday morning. It's a black car, so it always has to be washed in the morning. Because once it gets hot, it's just impossible. Oh, but not this Sunday. Okay. That was a nice idea that has not happened at all. Is editing my for fun videos before the other ones, but catching up on chat. So asked what kind of action list, and I am using OmniFocus, which is just a dangerous tool for a lot of people because it can get old and crufty very easily. But it has defer dates that work the best for me of any I've seen. So, and I just can't see something if I can't actually do it. It makes me crazy, or I just ignore everything. So separate by context. They aren't always the same as other people's, but I do have them separated by context. If for no other reason, so that they don't, it isn't one flat list of all the things, they're like separated out. Yeah, I feel like the best way to go with it on context is have as few as you can possibly get away with. And yeah, it was like I said, starting over every week. The nice thing about that is not keeping around old cruft. So if you have a hard time like actually getting rid of something that's not accomplished, like starting over can be one way to deal with that. Okay. So I've got schedule protected project editing time, which is a lovely idea, but one, I'm not going to do anything not absolutely necessary while my sister's here. But also, hold on just a second, if that's okay, or do you have to go right now? What's up?
Hi.
What's up?
What was that?
Oh, no, I was in the middle of a thought, but now it's gone anyway, so whatever.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, no, it's okay. What's up?
I am here to say that despite the fact that I am now, the infant is elsewhere. The infant is, 6 feet that way. 3 feet. Doesn't matter. Despite the fact that I now am only me in this chair, I, of course, have gotten distracted. I went from the D&D thing to processing my normal inbox to writing out a thing for tomorrow's cooking, which was very important. Now I'm looking up everyday Klingon phrases. Like you do.
I mean, that's a delightful distraction.
It is. And
not what you meant to do, though.
It is not as disparate from my intention as it may seem, because my D&D character is heavily inspired by Klingon culture and lore. So I was thinking it would be cool if I occasionally said Klingon things. But it is a classic example of, yeah, sure, that would be cool. And have you done the rest yet? Like, yes, it'd be nice to have flowers on the table. Is the house built? No is the answer. The answer is no. So I'm here to tell you what I did and didn't do and try and get back on track. And so I'm going to I'm going to try and verbalize my thought process as I try and get myself back on track, which is, okay, it's scary. Why is it scary? Because it seems like it's a lot of mental effort to get all of these random ideas to be tasks. So, can you do, Brittany, let me ask you this question. Can you do all of them at once? Can I do all of them at once?
Not usually, no.
No. So the answer is to pick one. Usually I start at the very top. Pick one, look at it, and say, okay, in order to accomplish the spirit of this thing that I captured, what will be the next physical, visible action? And just focus on that. That's it. Just one. And if you can't think of it, great, but that's never happened. So then you move on. But just try. Pick one and figure out what the next action is. So I'm going to try and do that.
I like it. By the way, Ozak helpfully said that Duolingo offers Klingon.
Yes, they do. Klingon is one, I believe, the most developed fictional conlang in the world. There are ones that are like real, like they actually made it up for real people to speak, but it is the most. I was on KlingonLanguageInstitute.com, so there you go.
Oh, I should pause this because we've been talking.
All right,
yeah.
so I'm gonna try and get back to that. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We have people chatting and it's great, and sharing things. And occasional side distractions, but you know, that's how it goes.
Imagine that.
I know. I have more than once used the okay, go through these emails, then you can check the chat.
Nice. Nice. It's good. It's working.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm trying to get through some things, and I came up with a great idea that involves me clearing out everything in OmniFocus. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I'm starting with one section of like, I'm trying to separate it into everything into, does this have to happen before my procedures are done? Because if the answer is no.
Yep. Correct.
As I said, we're a reward. Indeed.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely.
You are yes. All right, cool. All right. Actually, interestingly enough, my the dungeon master for the new D&D campaign recently gave us a deadline. Like, all of your character information has to be in by the 20th of July. Otherwise, it may not be approved by me. So, good for that person.
Oh, and at some point would really like to see Colleen streaming how she uses GTD with D&D planning.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you want me to babble? Because I could babble.
The word was C. I don't know if it was meant literally or figuratively.
Okay. Well, I'm not very comfortable sharing my screen publicly, but I could babble just a little bit. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna do exactly what I said. Item 1. Okay, so I'm taking a couple levels of druid so that I can turn into creatures. I will never be able to turn into creatures that can fly or swim because that's a much higher level, but I can turn into some creatures, like a boar or something. And so in order to do that, I need to know the information not only of my human self, but of my creature self. So like, how intelligent is a boar? How strong is a boar? I need to know these things. So there's information for all this. And so what I want to do is have screen caps on my phone of all the creatures that I want to use. So in order to do that, I have to know what creatures I want to use. So I'm going to talk to my husband about what creatures I want.
So that is the next action.
Turn into. Yes, thank you. And that I can do tomorrow on our daily walk. And so I'm going to be at his initial. Yeah. And also, in case anybody is like actually following the GTD method, I discovered for myself that there's like mini projects where it's like, I don't want to make a project in my task management for this. It's too small for that, but there is more than one action. So what I'll do is I will copy whatever it was that I originally captured, if it's not the literal next action, which it almost never is, and I will put that in the description so I know what the heck I'm talking about. And then I'll make the actual title of the task the very, very, very next action, and then I'll just change that as I accomplish it. So once I talk to him about it and I make a list, then the task will become internet search these creatures information on from D&D information and save them to an album. Right? So it's more than one action. I have to talk to the person and I have to take screenshots, but it's not big enough to make its whole other project. That would be annoying. So there, it's accomplished.
Okay.
And
I think
had
there's
been
a formal
running
request someday to do it in a format that you've pre-planned so that you are comfortable showing it visually.
it's very possible.
But that's a someday thing.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, so that's the idea. And so let me give one more example. The DM, the Dungeon Master, asked me to basically invent a bunch of characters that my character knows. So I have to invent my parents. I have to invent my siblings. I have to invent my best friend. I have to invent my enemy. I have to invent my cousin, so that they can be written in a paragraph so the DM can portray them online in real life, which is very smart because usually, sometimes DMs do that alone, but this farming it out, A, makes the player more motivated to meet these people, and B, it saves you effort. So it's a win-win, I think. So there you go. That is how you use GTD to and all these ideas, of which there are many more, I have captured previously. One time in a meeting with my DM, I was like taking notes, like, okay, you want me to do this? There you go. That is GTD&D.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And I have a fussy. So I'm going to go back on mute and grab the fussy.
Okay. I'm going to start the timer up again.
Cool. Thank you for letting me babble. I did enjoy that.
Good. Okay. Right. I am deciding when I'm going to do things. And today is probably a good day to do those things. So I've got one that's like, don't forget, buy produce, even though, you really don't want to go to the grocery store, because I never want to go to the grocery store. There, I updated my task. Thinking maybe this is a thing to do with my sister here. Maybe. Oh, wow. My calendar app just quit unexpectedly. Rude. GTD, D&D. Actually, I have a client who would also enjoy doing a bunch of like GTD, D&D stuff. Maybe we need to make it like a thing at some point. I am still fairly noob when it comes to D&D, so I'm not sure if I'm the best example, but I could definitely facilitate this as a thing that's happening. If getting my friend who just returned to work after having a second child can make time for it. Okay, let's see. Back to my list. Yeah, I'm still going through this list. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's time to make this tag. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Oh. Oh, in case of it's of interest, Colleen uses Todoist. I wasn't sure she said or not. Watching D&D DM, Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Master or Game Master, some people prefer to be called, on stream using GTD, which plan the campaign would be a fun way to see it in action. Yeah, without compromising personal information. Yeah, I agree. I kind of want to text. Let's ask if he's DMing. Okay, I'm going to think about this real hard. I have not DM'd, so, but I think you're right that would be a really good example to do. Oh, that'd be fun. Okay, so what do I call this? Coming up with a tag that I can make inactive, because you can actually use tags in the reverse way in OmniFocus to be like, if it's tagged with this, I don't want to see it. And then you remove the tag and suddenly everything is visible again. Or you make the tag active again, either way. Let's just make it on the nose. Okay. All medical things recovered from. Now I can go in and be like, yeah, probably not going to do that for a little bit. Yay, now it's inactive. Okay, I'm at my first really, really tough choice. If I wait to record this set of videos, it is going to be so much more mental work to get back into it because I didn't, I'll have to like remind myself all the topics and everything. But realistically, they are not going to show up anywhere until October at the earliest. I don't think I have time to record them before I actually go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the place where I keep my notes for it, which for me is just mind mapping software. And I'm going to put in checks for the things I've actually filmed so that when it's time to record again, I won't have to watch everything to be sure. Okay. And I will go to project. Wow, I've been on this way longer than I meant to be. But this whole thing needs the tag. Really, I have to. Excuse me. And I also want to change the date I review this next to. All right. I've done my first one that I have removed from visibility. All right, chicken again. I definitely do mark some things as optional, especially if I'm making just like a list of stuff to do today. I'll have things that are optional. If you're just joining us, we've been discussing how to split things up a little bit. I did this thing, so I'm gonna check it off. And yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and look at this coming week. Oops. Oh. So while I'm doing this, looking over my calendar, it's basically Do I see anything that's grabbing my attention that needs to be dealt with or adjusted for? Or is there anything that's not accurate anymore? And if I see something I need to do, I may write it down or just do it if it's quick. Since my family keeps not planning what we're going to do. At said, I've once thought about prioritized action lists, but didn't want to overcomplicate it. Yeah. Overcomplicating it can be the death of a lot of otherwise lovely systems. And it's so easy to do. I'm adjusting something in my calendar because I realized how important it is for me to have a hike in the day when it's nice out. And although I was leaving a long enough lunch to go for a hike, I was not leaving enough of a block in my schedule to both go for a hike and eat. And hike was losing a lot. It is tight now, but possible. Except on Mondays. Well, that might change soon, so. In fact. Oh, wow, we're almost done with this. Good discussions about prioritizing and urgency and stuff. Yeah, I like optional or like a stretch goal. So it's like, yeah, if I can, I would like to do this, but I want to let myself off the hook if I can't, which is some of the ideas of optional. Okay. Oh, it's supposed to be wrap. And I'm still messaging somebody about stuff. Okay, I gotta start the wrap over. Sorry. So let's check. Is there anything else crucial that I seem to be missing out on? But this was good because it gave me like thoughts on my calendar, and I realized I needed to text Colleen some questions about our time together. That might be shifting soon. Time when we work on the ADHD Guild together. Oh, excuse me. Nothing else is really coming up except okay, I'm going to capture something to take action on when I get back. Okay. Oh, I'm not quite done with my wrap. Capture a thing. I should have a different optional things to mark as optional. Okay, so I did that. And you'll notice there's still stuff. I got a little bit into the next week. There's still totally stuff I might review. It's just not what's happening right now. So I am going to got some things in here that are just examples of other things I've purged. I think this is the one. This is within the software I use, looking at like going folder by folder to see what to ditch. I know I've done this one more often, but I'm just going to mark which project to start with. So I'm going to start with, or which folder with creator, because this one has the most like intense scheduling that needs to happen. And so this is, I'm going in mostly as a purge, but I would like to put the very specific actions in after this. This is partly for if I still have some stuff I got to do while my sister's here, I need to not have it be distracted. So I'm going to purge things. Starting with creator. So this is what I'm going to do when I get back from a break. Always feel free to declare something if you've got it. So yeah, I'm going to head out and I will be back shortly. Hey, that's not too bad. Go me. All right. My Zoom windows won't move. It's just going to be stuck there forever. Super rude. All right. Everyone still good? Got your stuff going? I made food. I did not successfully consume or cook it, but I made food. All right. Cool. Ozak took a break too. Nice. Really happy I made this specific thing because sure had forgotten. All right, I'm gonna go through my creator set of projects, which are like role based. So my role as a creator. Wow, my project for this one in OmniFocus is actually quite good. Go me. Hmm. I hear a vehicle. That's probably Comcast. Taking a minute to update this project to make only the things available at the times that I want them. Because I'm going to turn it into a template probably. And I want to make sure I have captured it to make a template out of it. I won't bother making it a really fancy template until after I've done it more than once, so I can see if it's actually good. Otherwise, I'm prematurely optimizing. I can hear the probably Comcast people coming in. I don't think this is an active project. So I'm going to drop it. Look at me dropping all kinds of things. Okay. Not a tag I wanted to change in my template. All right. I really wish Colleen could hear me for this, but I'm going to try moving to tethering from my phone. I should probably plug in because it's about to get real battery drained real fast. I know. It's great that Comcast only had this window available. So it let me, for a minute, move. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, wow. I missed some stuff. Doing laundry or project. It certainly has steps. Oh, perfect. Colleen.
Hi.
Hi. Letting you up people will update people. And I'm going to switch my internet and hope that it doesn't crash everything.
Okay. Yes, I entirely forgot I was on camera. I was lost in things. I decided to invent my character's deity, and I kind of hit upon a cool concept because I don't remember why, but the DM and I hit upon this idea of the three aspects God, and that was all we came up with. And so because it's like influenced by like Klingon from Star Trek, I thought it's the three aspects, the three instances under which it is honorable to take a life. If you're defending yourself or your home, if you are eating, so like hunting for food, or for love. So there you go. So I outlined that, like it wasn't technically a 2-minute action. My brain was like, oh, this, and this. And I was like, okay, well, if I don't write it down now, it's not. Where did I stop? But I think we're still. Oh, there we go. Hi.
Hi.
Just talking about D&D.
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard something about a deity before it was like, oh, we're failing to connect.
I'll fill you in later to not bore the people who have already heard about it. But yeah, I quickly did a creativity and it was great. And I have it written down. I sent it to the DM. And I realized that okay, so you know how I used to do journaling on paper, and I used to do some task management on paper too, and I had to switch it to my phone. I realized that I'm running my D&D characters off of my paper character sheet, which I've always done. But that is not the best way for me to manage data anymore. It really is on my phone. So I realized that one of the steps that I really want to do before the campaign starts, which doesn't have to be done by the 20th, luckily, just before we actually play, is I'm going to, like, there are lots of options online for having digital character sheets, but I really want to make my own so that I can manipulate it and move things around and change it and make different sizes and whatnot. So that's the thing I'm going to do.
Yay! It looks like we're actually up and running again, except you know what?
Mm.
It still says it's connected to the other Wi-Fi and not my phone.
Okay.
It doesn't look like we survived it, but I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm sorry.
It said that the recording was stopped and then the recording started again, but it said that we're streaming the whole time. So.
And I don't know if that is true or not.
Okay.
But I did. Yeah. They said things about your deity, so maybe. Anyway. Yeah. That sounds like a great basis for a deity. So, yeah. I'm going to try again. So, if you have more ramblings, by all means.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, I have an infinite supply. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I do need to do that. Rather, I want to do that, but it's important to differentiate, like, what's essential. Like, what has the person asked for? What is the deadline? And what is just support data, as David Allen would say. Oh, I have an item here that says, define what ready for this campaign is. So I think that's what I'm doing now. I'm just deciding, like, what's an actual task.
Hi. It's been failing. Still there? Can you hear me?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
You still there?
I mean, unfortunately, it didn't really do anything still. This is fun. This is great.
Yep. Internet things. Although I will say that I am needing to scuttle.
I'm trying to do it fast.
You what?
I tried powering down my phone to see if it would do it. Is it urgent?
It's not. Well,
Yeah.
I usually start my bedtime routine at this time.
Ah, yes.
So I can stick around for as like me tethering you to it. Is that it?
Yeah, it's keeping the Zoom alive. So there's still a host in the Zoom when I disconnect.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try again. Okay.
Okay, you try.
All right, everyone. If Comcast had another. Hey, I see you.
Hey! I'm here.
Nice. Awesome. I'm stoked. We are connected to my phone.
Yay! Well done. I hope it doesn't last ever so much longer so you don't like get insane amounts of data usage.
Yeah. It's okay. We'll end before it gets too crazy.
Okay.
I think. So, all right. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here while Ozak says we're back. I think we're good. So if you gotta scoot, then yeah, go scoot.
Alrighty, yeah, I think I really do need to. The child is asleep, so hopefully I can transfer to daddy and then just quickly buzz around and do the evening routine, and then if fuss happens, at least I'm like brush teeth and whatnot. So
Crossing fingers.
thank you. They were doing the breast is my enemy breastfeeding, which I don't like. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I got little scratches.
I was just realizing like that looks like I've got scratches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No one's been attacking you that I know of. All right. Well,
not
good luck
recently
with the rest. Thank you very much. I hope that someday soon my weekly reviews include more than one thing. That would be great.
That's okay.
But until then,
if you get a chance to send me a little blurb, it'd be amazing. But otherwise,
blurb, yes. Blurb, I will do. Yes.
Awesome.
I was giving myself off the hook for the other ones because I wasn't officially there, and it was like, man, I didn't get much done sometimes. So, oh no, you're frozen, Brittany. Come back, Brittany. All right, I will text her. Maybe she wasn't on the data and now the Wi-Fi is turned off. That could be it. Dear. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know if I'm even still streaming, but I should probably act like I am. Like you do. Actually, I can check. Hold on, delay. Hi.
Hi. It randomly decided to connect, have my phone go back to Wi-Fi.
I wondered about that. And she's frozen again. Well, it's a pretty smile. At least.
This may not even be possible.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah.
I feel like I shouldn't leave. How can I leave you like this?
We may just need to wrap this up.
Okay. All right.
Like, as much as I have more to do, I just, it's like, no, I want to go back to Wi-Fi. I was like, I just need you to not do that. And it keeps just jumping back to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I get it. It's better, but like, not helping me. It's only better until they shut it off.
This hand motion is a mood. Okay. Let us wrap this. What do you want to say for the wrap?
And it sucks because like, how well am I going to do this later? And the answer based on previous experience is not much. But oh my gosh, it has been so exciting to have Ozak. And I need to scroll so I can try to pronounce and ats here. And yeah, I hope to see y'all again real soon.
Yeah, and I did capture the idea of streaming or screen sharing the D&D thing.
Yeah. There's an idea of like breaking it down for a whole GTD example, but like just using D&D campaign.
I may not have anything left to do on this one that time, but I do have a campaign I want to run sometime before I die. So I could just go in there and fiddle around and pretend like I was doing it now, which I am not. I had this insane idea I'd do it before I had the baby. Oh, clearly I was losing it. Anyway,
You were the sweet summer child.
yeah. It's not as if this is not my first rodeo. This is not my
No.
first rodeo. I've run D&D campaigns before. I know what is involved. I am losing it. Anyway. So yes, I'm really stoked. This was fun. I wish I could have seen the chat, but that is too many windows.
I don't actually know for sure if we're streaming right now. So
okay. Yeah, no, we have to act as though we are.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. It's just it says not connected playback error when I look at it. So
oh geez.
Yeah.
Well, on the YouTube here, it still says that we're live.
Yeah. So here's hoping.
Yeah, it says live. I don't see it because I don't want to click on it because I don't want to be like meta, but all right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do the thing. You get some snack or something maybe. And yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna have to wrap it here because it's better than getting cut off unexpectedly. So thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully we will see you next week.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm excited.
Bye.
Thank you all. Bye. Oh, now I'm streaming again? Oh, of course we are. I'm just about to hit the thing. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, I'm really happy to see you, Ozak, again, but yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.